Yo, what's going on, people?
Yo.
We're here. We're here.
Let's go.
Monday Night Smoke.
Come on,
man. Every single time. 8 o'clock on the dot.
Wait, listen. Trending live. Wait, let people know that we're live, bro.
We're live, bro. We're live and we're direct. Shouts out to Mulla. Shouts out to October Red. Shouts out to Penny, Jay Lanks.
Come on.
You got boxing? Yeah.
Yo. Everyone
canvas.
Down.
Flip sake. Mohammed, what's going on, bro?
Let's go.
Oh my days, man. I'm already talking about Trevor X.
Bro. No, that's a thing now. Wait, what's Punit doing though?
Punit, bro. Come on, bro. You trying to
Punit, let's not go back to our old ways.
Nah, you've changed. He's trying to incriminate us as late.
Incriminating us already, you know. Mad thing.
Wow.
Oh, Gavin Sharp.
Man, like AP. JP.
Come on. Yeah. I'm ready, bro. There's a lot to get into. You got the baton right now. Have you told everyone on Twitter though that we're live and we're here?
Nah, you know what? We need to
because we need to start doing like that.
Come in, take your seats, guys. Seriously, take your seats.
Yeah. Then we need to when we have moderators. Luckily, it's kind of calm at the moment.
Yeah.
You know when people start doing a madness. Yeah, it's coming. All right, hold on. You got a tweet, so let's put that out because
just letting the world know that we're all here live and we're direct.
Yeah, very important. Just for the culture. Here we go. Have you just send it to me so I can retweet?
It's all done.
Yeah.
Listen, today's show is gonna be lively. I'm excited.
Yeah.
There's been some mad things happening in the world of boxing. First of all, we'll talk about this weekend. Some crazy knockouts took place, which we'll be looking at and laughing at. Caleb Plant, after that little defense over Truex, ask the question: is he ready for Canelo? Is he even in the running to be talking about someone who could beat Canelo?
Let's go.
We're going to be talking about what the hell are the WBA doing, bruv? How the hell does Steven somehow come from the ashes that he was somehow dead in to come back and have a title shot, bruv?
Useless. Absolutely useless.
I don't understand. They got this backfighting for. Listen.
Steven is out here winning titles, fighting for the title, and we're still waiting for Dylan.
He hasn't won a fight in 5 years, and he got a title shot. Listen, we'll get there. Then we've got to talk about Pacquiao being stripped. He's now the champion in recess. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
No, they're mocking us.
Adrien Broner has called out Floyd for an exhibition match. Okay. Logan Paul has been cancelled or postponed. Adrien Broner says, "How about big bro and little bro do it? Do we want to see that?
Should I play some videos? Because obviously,
before there's a couple more things, bro. Does Usyk give Joe Joyce any issues? Because Sam Jones seems to think so. Let's talk about it. And
does Joe Joyce give Usyk any issues? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, my bad.
Listen, it's mad.
Fantasy fight. Bernard Hopkins.
No, please. No, you're not gonna do that.
Okay.
We're gonna sit on that one. Basically, actually, you try it. So where the videos are. Yeah, you've seen it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you click on it. Go down. I think that might change it. And I won't. And let me just say to the people that started the laptop fund, the laptop got purchased today, people. Drop a bomb. Thank you so much. Listen, it helped. The laptop was more expensive, but it helped. Yeah, so I appreciate that. But yeah, thank you for the laptop fund. It's coming on the 12th. It'll be arriving on the 12th with my new internet.
Lovely.
It's on Thursday, bro. We're up in the levels. Anyway, play the AB video first, man.
All right, cool. Let's get that off.
Hey, now listen. Big bro just told me this camp, we working, so I guess Floyd catching these hands this camp.
I mean, I don't mind working with nobody. I definitely want to work with you. Definitely.
We're gonna make it happen. This camp.
So,
how much do you think we should be looking into that?
No. So I'm gonna read what he said because it doesn't do enough just showing that clip. So I'm gonna read what it says underneath so you understand what's going on. So he says, that time Floyd promised me a sparring session. Shit, we might as well put on an exhibition. The world would pay to see that work, big bro. Why not make 30 million, 50 million for some good work? You call me a little bro. Let's make money together. You can teach me at the same time. The least you can do is give me the opportunity of a lifetime. Floyd Mayweather, big bro, AB, the money team.
Do you know what? I want to see it. I would watch that. Even
that video, go back. I need you to go back. You're gonna play that video again. And great defeaters, I want you to look at Floyd's face. Analyze this video. You got to do the deep dive like we do, and look at the face that Floyd is making, and let me know if you see an ounce of respect.
October Red.
October
Thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I'm telling you, the stuff that we're about to do on this channel is going to be mental. But it's going to be lit. I'll
play it again. What are you talking about? Talk to me.
Look, because it's a thing of respect. Yeah. Look at Floyd's face the whole time. Now there's brotherhood. I got my mistakes, but just watch it for yourself.
All right.
And now listen, Big Bro just told me this camp. We working, so I guess Floyd catching these hands this camp.
I mean, I don't mind working with nobody. I definitely want to work with you.
We're gonna make it happen. This camp.
When you look at his face, yeah.
Thing is, yeah. Floyd, you talking about the way Floyd looks at the back of his head, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Floyd is that guy though. Floyd can sell anything, bro. Floyd will sell anyone to us.
Yes, he can. However, anyway, we'll wait for the phone lines to open up.
Cool.
And just get their takes on it. But it's interesting. It's interesting what I'm looking at. If there's just a lack of respect or like, bro, like I don't know.
But you know what it is? Would you want to see Floyd and Adrien Broner more so than Floyd and Logan Paul? 100%.
Of course. I don't even know what they're talking about.
This is what I'm saying. So I want that. I want that to be the case.
All right, and then hold on. So wait. So keep that. That's going to be for the call-in today.
All right, cool.
That's the call-in. Now, I think it's important that you show the...
My clothes not having it.
You have to try it. Yes.
Hey, if that fight happens, I would love to see it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, all right. Cool. And remember, there's no boxing. Well, there's boxing, but you know we're hearing it. So
hey, Caleb Plant though, this weekend.
Yeah,
we need to evaluate that performance. I want to hear what people think about this one. I'm not even going to get into it. We're going to open the lines in a second, and then this WBA situation. Yeah, I really think it's all leading to a much bigger shake-up in boxing than people think. These belts, they're all moving mad. It's a matter of time before we all just say, you know what? Button these belts, bruv. I don't want no belt. Don't give me no belt. No money for you. No belt for me. That's fine.
Especially when you can make someone the recess champion. Like you're the... What champion was it again? It was the...
Champion in recess.
Champion in recess.
Champion in recess.
And then Punis actually got something that he was telling us to look at. I wanted to come on and talk about it, actually, because saying that something's going on in... Where was it? What was it? He tweeted us to look at some stuff. This is how you know I'm terrible, because I didn't...
We'll do that on the pod, I think.
What country was that in? Because I want to hear about it. Anyway, you told us to look at something. Come on and talk to us on the show about it, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Bro, let's go show the next video, because this knockout, I love boxing, and it's great for it to be back.
He's doing the right thing by laying on him and getting up close, now allowing him to use his offense, and then now you're still giving, and I think he's taking a knee.
uppercuts there. Now, I don't know if he took a knee. Was he forced down? I think he's saying he was put down. In action since Canelo Alvarez came up and beat Callum Smith for 2 of the other belts at 168 pounds. As these two get at it right away in round number 3, Michael Coffey and Darmani Rock. And look at Rock now imposing his will and forcing Coffey to the ropes.
I didn't hear Darmani's corner this time.
Whoa! Oh, big hook by Coffey, and down goes Rock.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you okay? Give me those gloves. You want to continue? Walk to me.
Jack Reese got to 9.5 and did the right thing.
Box.
All right, what are we going to do here?
Absolutely, absolutely. So now let's see how he reacts. Darmani Rock went down. That was a beautiful hook by Coffey, Sean.
I thought it was uppercut. There's another
one. And that hook puts him down again.
3, 4.
Fam.
Someone had the line. You said it. Joseph. Rock got rocked.
Nah. I'm sorry, bro. I got one for you, fam. Panit's comment wins. He said that's the softest looking rock I've ever seen. These are the fattest heavy, bro. These men came in weighing like 270, bro.
Wait, if you got more rock analogies, just throw it in the free seats. We'll just put them up, bro.
Fam. When I saw when I was watching the fight, the commentator said that these guys walk around over 300 pounds. How's your walking around weight 300 pounds, bro? Listen, I'm ready to open the lines up, man.
Are you ready to open up the lines?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, let's get to it. Mate.
Wait,
I said, best believe the public mood toward belts is horrible, and the major players like Eddie are recognizing it. The day of reckoning for these crooks is coming. 100%, bro. 100% co-sign that. Listen, we're in a mad era. We're in a mad era where men are literally going to be saying, I'm the champ, I don't want the belt. Men are going to be vacating belts for fun. It's different energy now.
It's dangerous. It's not. That's not good, but anyway, we'll keep it going.
The game is evolving. I've been saying this.
I hear you, Travis.
Nah, bro, you're not hearing me, bro.
I hear you, but I don't want to hear you at the same time. But
it's a shake-up.
You put it in there. The top. Here's our fantasy fight. We wanted you to sleep on it just a little bit, but it's time now. Bernard Hopkins, in his prime. Hear that? Bernard Hopkins versus Chris Eubank Jr. Jr. Sorry.
Don't play games.
Sorry, I'm sorry saying it. We've been talking about it for weeks. Versus Senior. Bernard Hopkins versus Senior. Let's go. That's the two.
Listen.
I wanted to do Hagler, but then it's what do you call it? Travis said it's not even it's not a competition. I was like,
not at all.
Yeah,
hey, listen, we got Muhammad. Muhammad's on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen, Adil knows. He said Eubank Senior was very good. Exactly. People are listen. All right, we'll get to it, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, let's go. This is gonna be a good one.
It'll be a good conversation.
Because B-Hop versus Eubank Senior is a mad fight. It's not simple. Come with your facts. If you want to battle and someone's chatting shit, we'll open the floor to you. But anyway, let's do it.
Cool.
And what's the motto? Motto's late and they'll come like, what are you talking about? But anyway, let's run it. Yo, Mohammed,
what's going on?
How you going, guys? Hope you had a great weekend and love the show as always.
Thank you, bro.
For you, bro. Big man, the topics are here. If you want to take us off piece, feel free. But let's go.
I want to start off with the WBA bullshit because it literally is bullshit. I think
100%.
From my perspective, and I think they've incited other organizations like the WBC with the franchise belt and all these interim belts. But I think from a fan perspective, and I think if you look at promoters like Eddie Hearn, for instance, because of this, we see all these mismatches. Because remember when Rocky Fielding fought Canelo? When that fight was made, I was thinking, how the hell did Rocky Fielding get a chance to fight Canelo? And it was for the regular belt. And I think from the perspective of promoters, I heard Eddie Hearn doing an interview in the past with, I think, Boxing Social or other boxing channels, and he mentioned that these fighters will never get an opportunity without getting these makeshift world titles. But from my perspective, the world titles, as how I grew up with, was supposed to be the upper echelons of, it's supposed to mean something. But these days you get these interim, these silver titles. Like Amir Khan, for instance, he was in the WBC convention. He never won the WBC title. He won the silver title, but they came to him with the WBC belt. And I'm just thinking, if I look at this, just making a mockery, and we're getting a run for our money at the end of the day, because I saw a boxing channel referring to why isn't British fighters these days, like Conor Benn, for instance, not fighting for the English, the Southern area, the British title, because they're being fast-tracked into positions where they're, could have a title fight for if Conor Benn loses to Samuel Vargas, somehow, somewhere, Eddie will put him in a position where he's fighting for not the main WBA light welterweight, but it'll be some sort of regular title, etc. And if I'm a mug, I'll believe he's the top level light welterweight, but in reality, they're nowhere near nowhere near a top contender. So it's just, if I'm someone who's kind of a novice in boxing, and if I'm just watching the TV, I'll just think everyone's walking around with belts. And I think Floyd referred to that a couple of weeks ago when he was promoting the Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Davis fight, that there's too many belts.
That's right.
These organizations, they're thriving off all these sanctioning fees. I heard the sanctioning fee for a mainstay world title is like over 100 grand. And if you're like a WBA, when you have a regular, a interim to, like Chris Eubank Jr. is the interim WBA
I'm looking
champion.
Let me give you some stats. Let me let you know what's going on right now. I'm just going to quickly go through this because it's important. So the WBA super champion is Raya Murata and Chris Eubank Jr. interim champ. But let's actually go into the heavyweights, which I find very hilarious. So wait, WBA, obviously we know the super champion is Anthony Joshua. I don't know how many champions there. Then you got Mahmoud Shah. He's the
Manuel Shah.
No, Mohammed, I can't say his name properly. But Shah, he is the champion in recess, bruv. Then how you ask yourself how Bermain Steven got that title shot, bro? He's ranked 11th in their ranking, and their ranking goes Trevor Bryan, Alexander Usyk. Then it gets Bogdan Daniil. It's madness, bruv. It is. Andy Ruiz, is still ranked 6 with how. This is what I'm talking about. I think people, and I get why people are starting to give up on the rankings, because it means nothing. How do you decide when I get my title shot? Who's doing that?
But I think that just shows, because remember, Bermain Steven is promoted by Don King. And let's not kid ourselves, Don King had no influence with the WBA to get Bermain Steven another title shot. I mean, Bermain Steven, I don't know how many title shots he's been having, because Dillian White can't get a single one. And Bermain Steven's regular title shots. He lost to Joe Joyce. Let's not forget, Joe Joyce beat Bermain Steven like a year or two ago. And Bermain, I mean, it's laughable, but it's, I think, from because I saw some in the past on other channels where boxers are referring, well, it's a quick way for them to get a hold of something of weight within their weight divisions, like the heavyweight. So they're looking at a piece of the pie. But as a fan perspective, what logically should be, and that's why people praise the UFC, because there's one champion, one belt, one face.
That's right.
So,
bro, thanks for calling in, man.
All right, thanks, guys. And
for real. Big up, brother.
My Wi-Fi is doing the most right now, bro. Travis, I'm talking.
I see you, bro. You're moving a bit mad still. Just want to shout out to Warren, yes, KG and Travis. Keep up the great work. Love, bro. Jeremy the Surgeon. Man says, Salaam alaikum, Trav. Hey, man said, how can you go off and say you meant to say Trevor X? You lot, this thing. This is what you know. You know what's really jarring about the Trevor nickname? My uni basketball coach, Nigerian basketball coach, used to call me Trevor. Just couldn't get the name right, and now here it is. This bloody name come back to haunt me once again. Mad. Listen, you know what? While KG's waiting to sort out his Wi-Fi, I'm gonna get man back into the thing. Base the kid, what's going on, bro?
All good, man. What's happening?
I'm all good, brother. I'm all good, man. What's on your mind, fam?
You know, I was gonna wait until a little later on, but I thought, okay, let me come in now quickly. I want to talk about Caleb Plant real quick, all right?
Okay, cool.
Now the thing is, I actually like Plant, or I did. I'll say it that way, but he's doing that typical PBC thing, trying to marinate everything, and then we're not gonna get the fights we need. But my whole thing is, I've had people telling me now, like, Plant is the one who's got the style to beat Canelo. Now, don't get me wrong, he's got good footwork, he's got decent punch selection, all that good stuff. But he's got no pop, and he's had absolutely no elite level fights, like, at all. Yeah. So when we look at his last 4 opponents, right, we've got Caleb Truax. Man sounds like a tampon, like, and he's always bleeding in every fight, so it's a fitting name. Yeah,
it's a fitting name.
It's a fitting name.
All right, that's funny.
Next, who else did we have before that? We had he had Mike Lee, and he had the next brother, but just after Mike Lee, Fagan Boots, sound like knockoff Birkenstocks. Him. This is the level of opponent that man's fighting. Best fight was probably Jose Uzcategui, right? But I'll tell you what, all 4 of them, man, Canelo wouldn't even hire for sparring, and this is the guy they think is gonna take him down, like,
true,
or give him the most work. I just find it like funny how people just won't put respect on the man's name. Like, forget everything else. Forget the Clembo and the lean protein diet.
You can't really forget the clenbuterol though, bro. That's a big thing to ask about.
No. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm saying forget it in the context of all that can do is give a man some stamina. It doesn't affect anything else. So everything else. Oh no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Stamina, bro.
Trav, let me finish. It is stamina. It doesn't do it. It gives you. It's lean muscle. It's lean muscle. That's it.
Do you know how much these things benefit your performance?
It benefits your performance because it's a stamina thing. Like, you keep going, you go for longer.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can train harder. You mean the level of training.
That's very true. No, you can. But what I'm saying is, if you forget about all the training, the training doesn't help the man's footwork. It doesn't help his ring IQ.
I agree.
It doesn't help it. So what I'm saying is, I understand. I'm not disputing any Clembo talks.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying the Clembo diet is fine, but I'm saying if we forget all of that, none of that helps a man fight better. It might help him last. It might help him take a shot. It don't help him fight. So,
but the thing is, you can't dismiss. No. You can't dismiss a man taking a shot as I don't help you fight better, because that's a huge part of the game, fam. When he walks in and just tucks up and comes in forward and takes big man's blows and just walks through like it's nothing, that's changing the outcome of the fight.
But you can't dismiss. You can't dismiss. No. But how often does Canelo actually take a shot flush? Like, let's be real. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about taking a shot is one thing. Taking a shot flush is something totally different.
I hear what you're saying.
His head's always moving. He's riding them shots. He's taking the sting out.
When Triple G landed his bangs, man took those like it was water off a duck's back. Triple G
and the other way around as well. Triple G took his shots the exact same way.
But the thing is, you're not understanding, yeah. You're trying to minimize the effects of clenbuterol, like clenbuterol is just like Gatorade. This thing here, this thing here is boosting up your training camp to another level, fam. So yes, he's skilled. I'm not taking nothing away from his boxing. All I'm saying is, if you take a skilled fighter and add steroids into that concoction, bruv, you have a superhuman fighter now. And I'm like, I can't really dismiss that as nothing. But obviously, you were talking about Plant before. Plant, like after seeing that the last couple of fights, I'm like, he ain't the one to beat Canelo. He ain't gonna be the one to stop him.
I mean, put it this way: forget Canelo could drain himself of all of it. He could drain himself of all the Clembo in the world. He can't even get the Mexican limit, just none of it at all, and he'll still take out Plant. because Plant just ain't got anything for him. He ain't got a pop to keep him off. The footwork, you already saw how a man was slowing down and getting walked down by Truex.
For like round 5. It was weird. I was really, and the thing is, I want everyone in boxing to kill this whole narrative of once his opponents get better, he'll step his game up. We got to kill that talk, bro. It's an excuse.
It's a dance partner.
It's an excuse.
Dance partner, bro.
Fam, you don't see Mike Tyson dilly-dallying with them bums he was messing around with.
Yeah, I hear that.
You can't just sneak to 12 rounds with Lennox Lewis. You can't sneak to 12 just because you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah,
them men are going to kill you in there. So I'm like, this talk about, oh, yeah, no, his opponent worked. Get that talk out of here, bro. It's lies.
Wait. Someone said, to be fair, based the kid is from Lewisham. This
Blueborough.
That's right. Blueborough in the building.
Come on.
He makes you saying that you're just moving mad right now with these takes.
Wait, it's reckless, but it's honest.
It's reckless. You know what? So what I'm reading from the comments, yeah, I'm gonna ascertain from the comments. You come in and said Canelo, the Clem boots has not really helped Canelo. And it's just look, you got me saying Canelo.
He tried to minimize it still. He tried to make it seem
what I said was take it away. And it doesn't affect his ring IQ. It doesn't affect his punch selection and his boxing brain. So I said the training harder is one thing, but it doesn't essentially change the other ingredients that man's already got, which is what has got him to an elite level anyway. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying dismiss it totally. Because we know the man popped for it, whatever. He popped once. We don't know how much of it he's on. We don't know if the limit in Mexico has helped him. We don't know if he's come off it. I know Travis thinks he's been on it since he was 15, but
you know what? Listen, basically, that's code anyway. I support Canelo, so let's go, man.
Cool. That makes sense why you support Fury as well, because they're both cheats. Anyway, let's move on.
But I mean, that's me for now. I'm gonna stay in the back, and if anyone comes with some reckless talk, I'm bringing Blue Bar back. So, all right,
he's the man.
That's
all right. My thing's working. Oh, lineal raise here, but I want to hear from Puneet still. It's been a while.
Cool.
Puneet, you're live, bro. Yo,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, probably listen. Can we show Puneet some love in the? This is probably one of our first listeners, bro.
Day one,
bro. And when we had our first live event, he was sitting front and center, bro. So again, I'm gonna drop a bomb for you, bro.
Thanks, KG. Hey, man. What's up, Trevor?
What's happening? Why did I say? I responded too fast to that.
So wait, we wanted to know what's going on. We wanted to know what is going on. You sent a tweet, but I haven't seen it. But Travis was like, "We need to do a pod about it." But I just wanted to hear if you can elaborate.
I'm going to make it quick because what it was Cal Brook posted out some solidarity for these Indian farmers who are protesting what's going on in India, right? So basically, their land's getting sold off to major corporations, and these guys are poor to start with, right? So anyway, that wasn't the whole of it. What I really wanted to say about all of that was that's why I love boxing and that's why I love the Ingle Gym, because you got Kell Brook, no connection to India, but he's there in the Ingle Gym. He's mixing with all these other people, people from India, people from the Middle East, people from Africa, people from the West Indies, and they all understand each other's struggles and they get each other, right? So that's why I love the Ingle Gym. That was the main thing about that post, right? You don't have to be active on the whole India scene, but I just love the fact that he spoke up about it. So that's why he's soft. I've always got a soft place in my heart for him. Right, B Hop versus Eubank.
Let's go.
Right. I'm seeing a lot of people saying B Hop. I think people have forgotten who Eubank was, man.
Drop a bomb for you right now.
Thank you.
Right. Before Eubank had that fight where he ended up putting someone in hospital, right? I mean, before that fight, he was a dangerous man. You couldn't be beaten. Could not be beaten.
With the chin of a lifetime.
Yes. I remember watching him come up, and I remember when he was fighting, he would do stupid things like really get under someone's skin. Between rounds, he would not sit down. He wouldn't take water. He would just stand and stare out the other corner.
Oh, snap. I remember that.
He used to move like a panther. I mean, he was unpredictable. And he could take a punch. And oh my God, he was so strong. Unbelievable.
Wait, so I'm not going to lie. And I'm doing my Don King in the free seats. I'm trying to say, who's trying to go back to back with you right now? Who's saying they got B-Hop? Let's go to war right now. It's Monday Night Smoke, bro. I feel like seeing someone lose right now. Who's back in B-Hop? Let me know in the free seats. Let's go. Because people got all quiet now.
Ash is back in B-Hop.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, get him in. Get him in.
Yeah.
He's here.
You know what, Ash? Big up, because you're a big help to me getting this laptop. So, round of applause to you, bro. All right.
Hey, Ash is not buying this win. All right, I'm just saying that now. I don't want no WBC corruption going on.
Ash is Canelo.
The money fight. No.
What's up, Ash?
Who's setting the pace? We got the
Ash has got to respond.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you got to set this fight up, bro. Come on, bro. Don't be Warren, fam.
Sorry, it's my first time being promoter. I'm more of the Al Heyman type.
Yeah, the silent promoter. Okay, we got the first time, one of our first ever listeners. You know what I mean? You can't call him millennial, but he's moving kind of lineally. Lineal Ray will have another conversation about that. But this guy's been here against the upstart. Let's go. What say you, bro? I'm thinking.
Okay. Big respect to you, Ben. I'm a big fan, but I don't know if you guys remember that there was a time, Barry Hearn spoke about this multiple times. He took Eubank on a world tour where, and I quote in Barry Hearn's words, we fought about 9 or 10 bums in a 2 or 3 year period because they knew they could milk Eubank for what he's worth. Because at that time, BoxRec, Twitter, social media wasn't a thing. So you could get away with putting Eubank in with anybody. Whereas you look on B-Hop's resume, you look at who he's beat. He's beaten Roy Jones Jr., you know. He's beaten Felix Trinidad. He's beaten some of the all-time greats. I know we love Nigel, but he's not an all-time great.
He didn't beat the real Roy Jones, though. He beat
the real Roy, though.
Anyway, it's not our fight.
Hey,
Sorry.
You got to remember, B-Hop was old as well, you know. Roy was old, so was B-Hop. That shows just how good B-Hop was.
But Jones beat B-Hop when they were...
Oh, you're right, bro. Leave
Sorry.
Respond.
There's no doubt. Hopkins is a great fighter. I'm not taking that away from him. He was a great fighter. Great record. But he does not have punch power. And the way he fights is pretty dirty, right? And I think the thing with Eubank is he could take any style. If you're talking peak for peak, I don't think Bernard Hopkins has the power to hurt Eubank, and I think Eubank has just the tenacity to walk through anybody. You know, he will go to war 12 rounds, he'll go 15 rounds. There's no stopping him. Peak for peak.
B-Hop won't let it go to war. He'll just outpoint him. That's it. There's no point going to war. Loads of people will go to war with Loma. Loma won't let it go to war.
Can you really get points with prime Eubank, though? Can you really get to points?
Who did a prime Eubank beat? That you can rattle off. And that is comparable to Roy B-Hop.
Nigel Benn, bruv.
Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn ain't an all-time great. B-Hop was beating multiple all-time greats. But then wait. We love Nigel. Come on, he's not an all-time great.
Even if we say Nigel Benn's not an all-time great, which I would dispute. I think he's an all-time great. He beat Iron Barkley. I mean, you know, he never forgets to tell us that, right? And Doug DeWitt. But they're big wins.
Wait, are we saying
big wins? There's no all-time great wins.
Nigel Benn's scalp is not a big scalp.
Of course, it's a big scalp. I'm saying it's not an all-time great scalp.
Even if he's not an all-time great scalp, I think Nigel Benn in his day gives any middleweight a really
Of course, he gives anyone a fight. Of course, he does. I'm just saying, he's not an all-time great. And AJ gives any good heavyweight a fight. He's not an all-time great heavyweight yet. Nigel Benn gives people a good fight, 100%. He's not an all-time great. We got to let nostalgia. We got nostalgia.
I just hate to hear it. I just hate to hear that sentence. It's upsetting me.
It's upsetting. I know.
Even if he's not an all-time great, I mean, look, styles make fights, right? I'm not sure that Nigel Benn wouldn't have hurt Bernard Hopkins, right? I mean, the way he fought Gerald McLennan, who was an amazing fighter himself, right?
Talk the things.
You know, and what he was willing to put on the line for that fight, you know, is just. I know they're built different back then, but I don't see that in most fighters. And both Eubank and Ben had that. And it's a shame that we got to see it, but they both had it. You know, they had that never say die attitude.
We're big on resumes, right? We're big on resumes. You know how we like to criticize Fury for not having the resume.
Yeah.
If you go through Eubanks with a fine-tooth comb, you'll find the same problems you have with Fury. You'll find the same problems in his resume. That's a fact. You read Barry Hearn's own words. They were milking the cow because they could. Because back then, the fans didn't know who we were fighting. We just saw an ITV with 3 channels, like, okay, Eubanks on, whatever. Or he must be beating a world beater. I'm talking facts, and I think you guys are talking.
I'm not gonna lie, because I love this fighter. Oh, Panini, show me something, bro. Please.
I'll just say it again. Prime for prime. I don't see Eubank not winning that fight. I think he's just too tough. I think Bernard Hopkins, he's a great boxer, no doubt about it. But I don't think he ever faced anyone like that.
No.
Skills pay the bills, I think.
Listen,
this is a great debate. This is a
great debate. It was a very great debate, but who are you giving it to? Are you giving it to the new face? The new face of boxing?
The scorecard has just been handed to me. The scorecards have just been handed to me from the judges.
If they need to took a knee.
It's a unanimous decision. 115, 115, 115, 115, 115, 115. It's a draw. It's a draw.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ash. I'm sorry, man. That money didn't buy it.
Money didn't work.
No,
man. Can I just land on the WBA situation?
Yeah, go. Wait, no, you're gonna come in. Ash. You're gonna come in. We want to talk to you. Listen, Panini, man, thank you for raising awareness. What's going on? What's going on with the farmers, man? And I think obviously us using our platform is a big help. And big up to Kell Brook. Hopefully, big up to Kell Brook, man. That's we need more people doing that. So, bro,
just
go ahead.
Just one more thing, guys. So just one thing I wanted to mention. So on the AJ versus Fury fight, okay?
Yep.
There's the Panorama show. It's talking about Daniel Kinahan back in the game, right? Now, I remember you guys when you were talking about him, and I wanted to write a comment about, you know, don't give this guy any love. He is very, very dodgy. Okay, this is still it's bad news for boxing. As bad as the authorities and the governing bodies are, Daniel Kinahan is much worse for boxing. And I think we need to remember as well who he's connected to. I mean, if this was AJ's guy, you know, we would hear a lot about it.
Facts.
It's on Panorama. It's on Panorama tonight at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So let's be real though. Gangsters have always been involved in boxing from the beginning of the day. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new. I don't know how mad Kinahan's been moving, but we'll see tonight.
It's nothing new, but look, we got these authorities. We have corruption in FIFA. We have corruption in the Olympics. We have corruption in boxing. But the point is, there's supposed to be these fit and fair persons tests or whatever they are, right?
Yeah.
We can't, you know, if boxers aren't allowed to bet and there are all these rules on the boxers, why is it the guys at the top can be as bent as they want to be?
What a statement.
What?
That is real. That is real. All the fighters, yeah, that's real talk.
All right, cool. We're gonna.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
Onwards and upwards. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you, brother.
Man.
Take it easy, man.
You know, Panini's that guy. Yeah. The internet, don't piss me off. Panini's that guy that can say a madness and leave.
All right, Ash, what's happening, bro? Talk to us.
Big up yourselves. Just on the WBA situation, when you hear KG rattling. The WBA itself, if you take out the WBC, all the rest, it's got 3 world champions. Just the WBA, it's got the recess, the interim,
regular,
and AJ's the super champ. And another problem with the governing bodies is that the mandatories are also terrible. So if you give it enough time, AJ's mandatory will roll around And is it going to be a man like Stavern or Trevor Bryant as well?
Yeah.
So that's another problem they also have. It's not just the belts. And I've been saying for ages that people like Eddie, if you listen to Eddie's interviews, he's been saying for ages, I want to make this boxing like a UFC model. And he's mentioned, and then soon after that, he talks about women's boxing, right? So he said he wants very soon, he wants to have an undisputed champion in each division in women's boxing, because it's not, it's easy to pay the fighters. They're not going to be very expensive. So it's easy to get an undisputed champion in all of them because they're all begging for big fights.
Yeah.
And once he's got those undisputed fighters in each or most female divisions, that's when he'll drop all the belts just like that and bring his own matchroom belt in. Because like with any big change, you don't bring it all in at once. You don't just make it for the World Heavyweight Championship. You got to introduce it slowly.
Yeah.
So he'll bring it into the women's game, and he'll slowly bring it in from the women's then into the men's. So we get used to the idea. You can't just make it for the AJ Fury fight because there's too much for fans to digest at once.
That's right.
So he's going to make it in the women's game. Once he's got his like Terry Harper, he's making her an undisputed champion. Then he's going to make her drop all the belts. Remember I said that. And then he'll create his own matchroom thing.
Ooh,
that's the take right there.
That makes perfect sense as well. Flipping out.
It's so easy to create a matchroom champion in the women's game. It's so easy if he wants to.
Damn, I'm sold.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it. I can't disagree with that.
Ash, I want to hear your sources, bro. I feel like you got inside info, man.
Nah, it's just he says those two sentences so often, so close together in interviews. And it's, for me, it's a logical step. You bring it into the women's game first, then you introduce it slowly into the men's. You don't just make it for the World Heavyweight title straight away. It'll give fans time to adjust.
Can you really see, let's be real now. Can you really see people saying, I don't want that WBC belt?
Yes.
Can you honestly, because even I was,
if it doesn't have value, you would. Of course you would.
But I was watching that the Lennox documentary, and it is the most coveted belt of all the belts, the WBC belt.
Used to be. That was a long time ago back in those days.
That's right, man.
You still don't think that's the belt that
social media has changed. You can't do the rubbish they're doing with the regular and the interim and expect fans to not say anything. Promoters know. You just have to look at Twitter. Promoters know that fans couldn't care less about the belts. If you Asia was for no belts, we'd all be fine with it. We'd all be perfectly fine with it. It still wouldn't change who's number one, which would be the winner of that fight.
The culture is proper shifting. And the thing is,
I've never seen it like this before in terms of getting the belts. It's gonna happen soon. So anyway, big up. I'm gonna let other people jump on.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Big up. Travis.
Yeah.
I'm hurting, bruv. Anyway, it's Thursday. The internet,
it's fine.
Bruv.
It's fine.
I don't understand how vexed I am.
Hey, let's get EJ on, fam.
All right, let's do it.
EJ, talk to us, bro.
Oh, my bad. 1 second. Let me run it back.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
Yo, what's going on, people? I said you gotta
with his own drop. I respect it, bro.
Yeah. Hey, so we're talking the gangsters. I hear what my man was saying about the belts and stuff, but you know the thing is, people need to understand about boxing. When you first watch boxing, were you watching the belts or you watching the fights?
The fights.
All right, then, like, so if it's always going to be the fights, the belts don't mean nothing. You get me? As long as the best...
No. Gotta jump in there because you see when you say him, he's the champion. It feels special. When you watch the fight and think something's on the line, it feels special, bro.
Did you know what belts though?
But I just knew that it was he had mad colors, fam. He held like 5-6 of them in the ring.
Listen, boxing's about what have you done for me lately. Yeah, that's all boxing's about, bruv. As long as man's busy and he's on the TV regularly and he's knocking mans out, that's who we're supporting. He's the TV champion. You know what I mean? You don't need to be the matchroom champion. You just need to be regularly knocking man out. Give you an example. Nice one for everyone playing who don't know boxing knows boxing. Mike Tyson, was knocking cats out. Yeah, everyone we know he was the champion, but everyone remember back in the days that Michael Spinks beat Larry Holmes, so he was the champion. So who's the real champion? Is it Michael Spinks and Mike Tyson? Everyone knew it was Mike Tyson because you know what? In our minds, we really made up our mind. Mike was knocking guys out. He was current, and my man was sitting on the Pinewood. So when that fight happened, Mike done him quick, and we already knew that already. So what I'm trying to say to you is that don't get wrapped up with the belts. The belts don't mean nothing because you're the champion, and there's a guy coming through. Us as fine, we can see the eye test and say, this guy, if this guy meets this guy's gonna beat this guy. Yes, that's as simple as that. Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, when they rolled up, everyone knew in boxing, most people knew that Joe Joyce has got more experience. The only thing you had is his age. Daniel Dubois was young, he's with Frank, and everyone's looking at his muscles and well, you get hit with that, bro. If that guy hits you, you're going down. My man's slow. But when they matched up, you see what I'm trying to say to you? So, and then it was, and the belt, who remembers what belt it was? I know there was some belt on the line, but it was a great fight, right?
British? Was it British?
Yeah, but really, but that's a sideline. This is what I'm saying. So my thing is this: don't get wrapped up with the belts, the matchroom belt. And what are you trying to say? And to my man's point about the belt, if you're the matchroom, so what you have? If you're in Thailand, that means you have to sign to Eddie Hearn to fight for the matchroom belt. How that work? You know what I mean? You can't really.
Well, this is what's going to happen. Is
wait.
But what it would mean is that the promoters become the sanctioning bodies.
But you see Barry Hearn. That's what Barry Hearn tried to escape. If you saw his interview, I can't remember, it was with Trix Diction. When he got into boxing, the most thing he had trouble was when he was managing. So he said, when Eddie comes in, he said, don't manage no fighters, just promote. And when you can promote, you can kind of control the sport. So really and truly, when it comes to that, that's more trouble than it's worth. Because now you got corruption in the rankings. And as you saw Don King, what's it? That guy, Brian, whatever his name is.
Trevor Bryan.
Yeah, he's the anyone gonna believe that guy is the WBA champion over AJ? Yeah, anyone gonna believe over AJ?
It's mad.
Okay then. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say to you, real as a fan, let's keep it simple. Look on the eye test and see. You can see for yourself and who you know is the champion. Forget about the belts. This guy's got belts all over him.
Negotiation.
But the problem is though,
I need a belt.
Exactly. The negotiations are gonna come.
To say I'm the main man. Can you imagine? It's just your word against mine. I'm like, no, listen. People want to see me because I'm the man. Like when I fight, how can you say I'm the A side? How do you get to argue that? Now, when
there's got to be a ranking system that replaces it.
It's got to be. There's got to be something
like a league system.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we come into it. That's what we're here for. That's why your channel is here to tell everyone who the real champ is. You know, hey, look, let's get it right. Yeah, who's the real champ? AJ or Fury? See, in that one, that's a beautiful debate because you can go both ways, whichever one, right? Wilder's kind of out the picture, right? He's been knocked out the picture, but real talk, he's the one still that I feel like that would be a great fight for him and AJ. But it's very simple.
I thought he was going to say Wilder's the real champ. I thought he was going to say Wilder's the real champ. I was going to say, bruv, get out.
No, I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say it because he's lost, obviously. Like, so he's the stare, right? So what I'm trying to say to you, boxing to come down simply. You got two guys and both of them vying for the belt. However they get it done, I don't really care about A side, B side. That don't really matter when you're throwing hands on the man there. You get me? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. Simple as that. They were actually fighting to see who's the best in a decade, who's the best in a generation. And it was done. And now it wasn't the most exciting fight. And that's not people need to understand, yeah? Because you're fighting the best doesn't mean it's going to be a great fight. It does sometimes that doesn't happen. But if it is, it's great for boxing. So my thing is, don't really try to get capped up with the belts. Try to get caught up with the fight as a fight fan. Look at the guys that you like. And then
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but the thing is, where fights are not happening because of all the politics, fight fans are now having to take notice of what's going on with the belts and the sanctioning bodies and who's not talking to who. So now we are involved. It's like before you had armchair coaches, now you got armchair promoters where men are talking about the fighters splits and who should be A side and B side and 60-40s. That shouldn't really be our business, but it is now. So my thing is, if we can erase this system, because the system is broken now, it's poisoned. We can't keep looking at history and be like, right, yeah, the WBC. That stuff can't mean nothing. But a new system has to replace it. Because I don't think we could survive with a free-for-all. Because if we just do that, then Ryan Garcia would be like pay-per-view guy because he's got likability.
All right. So I hear what you're saying about we are definitely more involved. We can talk to fighters, understand, but we do influence how the things are. And the free-for-all, when the free-for-all's done, when the smoke clears, there's gonna be one man standing. That's like Lennox Lewis says. There's gonna be one man standing. So you have to get to that point of confusion. Then you get to number one, regardless of is he like a man trying to say I'm the A side and I want this and I want that. Okay, you're fine. You're what you're basically boxing comes down to, and this is for you guys in the inside, right? When people do these little tactics, it's for them to get an advantage over your fighter. So, for example, you're fighting some guy who's a so-called A side. So he told you what hotel you're supposed to go in, right? Your training for facilities and so on and so on. So when you go there, it's not going to be comfortable. But the guy on the A side, he's got everything comfortable. He trains beautiful times. So when the fight comes, the guy who had it comfortable should win the fight, right? But bruv, like Marvin Hagler, look when he fought Alan Minter, when he's going down to Wembley and he's got bottles for him from West Ham, bruv. Bruv, that didn't deter him, bruv. You know what I mean? All that A-side stuff not going to deter a man that I don't care what you put me through. When I get there and I get you in a ring, trust me, you're not going to escape. And that's how it comes down to. So my thing is always kind of, the way I look at it as a fan, you look at it as like, okay, I can see clearly with the eye test, this guy's the best. And the yard, Lyndon Arthur. We didn't know Lyndon Arthur, and no one really cared about him too tough. But Lyndon Arthur, because of his skill set, has put himself into the frame now, whether people like it or not. And then Lyndon and Pat now, that's another team. Because all we know is Tunde and Yard. Now we've got Lyndon and Pat. See, he's trying to tell you. So it's like, he's trying to say. So I'm trying to say to you, the belt, and they don't really know what belt was matter because, bro, we can argue about that fight all day. It's the fights what matter. That's what we came here for. We came here to see the fights. Now let's go. So now you're talking about fights you want to see, right? Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. If they keep fighting bums, they're going to get knocked off anyway. So you stay there fighting rubbish guys. You're going to get knocked off. In boxing, it don't care where you go, how you start at the top or the bottom, you're going to get peeled off. So your best bet is to fight the best and keep yourself sharp and keep fighting the best, and then maybe you'll get to the top. But if you stay there, I'm this. Let's look at Josh Warrington. Why did he drop his belt, Richard? Why did he drop his belt, bro? You know why? Do you see the guy he was gonna fight, bro? The guy was gonna snap back his head, bro. That's why he dropped the belt. He was gonna snap back his head. And Eddie Hearn was like, "Oh,
don't put me in here. Get me out of here. You lot. This is Travis. You and EJ bring the show home, bro. I'm gonna chill in the free seats with the man. Them bringing people, bringing Lineal Ray, and yeah, it's you, man. Got the show right now, bro. EJ, bro.
All right, KG. All right, yeah. So what I'm trying to say to you is that the guy who was supposed to fight was Josh Warrington. No one really cares about that fight, really, right? Who was gonna fight? He was gonna snap back his head. So Eddie said, "Look, boy, we're not gonna make no money out of it. You best drop the belt." So now you drop the belt and you're fighting a 10 round against who? For what? Why? When you know what I mean? You should just fight whoever you're supposed to fight.
Like it's building up, like what Ash was saying. Eddie Hearn's got a plan to build up to a point where he's like overthrowing that system in a way. So when you start to, one by one, start telling your man to drop the belt, it's going to become a lot more regular, I think.
But if Eddie Hearn's Eddie Hearn's system is follow me, you earn with Hearn. That's Eddie Hearn's system. Earn with Hearn. That's all he cares about, bro. If you agree with me, I'll make you as much money as possible. Yeah. I'll look after you. Trust me, you look after me. You'll earn with Hearn, fast car. That's all he cares about, bro. Let me tell you something. Eddie, yeah, is as much as he's good for boxing, he damaged boxing. My thing. The Wilder fight and AJ fight should have happened. I don't care about the percentages. Best should fight the best. Wilder was there. You was there. You could have got undisputed long time ago. Then because Fury was he wasn't even in the picture, right? You could have fought long time ago. AJ would have wrapped up the thing. Now what? You prolong the thing out. Now we got Fury. AJ went to America, fought a guy that he didn't want to fight. Lost his, his attention was thing with Big Baby, came and lost against real. That's it. You know, that whole scenario shouldn't even happen. When AJ, let me give you an example. When Wilder went to Russia,
empty the tank, fam. Go on, run it.
When Wilder went to Russia to fight Povetkin, right? What's this? When Wilder went to Povetkin and Povetkin tested positive for drugs, yeah. Did Wilder say, "I'm going to stay in Russia"? Did Wilder say he's going to stay in Russia and fight any Russian or fight anyone there? What did Wilder do? He went home, right? So why is it incumbent on AJ to go to America and Big Baby, yeah, tested positive for drugs? Same thing. Why did AJ have to stay in America and stay that length of time to fight? Tell me why. You know why? Fast car Eddie. Because his whole thing was like, we need to take over America and we need to show Wilder that he's no one and we're someone. That's what it was about. It was greed. And that's what the dad nearly killed him in the ring. That's what AJ's dad did. He chased him around the ring and get Eddie Hearn. So what I'm trying to say to you is that as much as you say he's good, I'd say this, right? End of the day, all Eddie cares about is attention to prove they're the best. But the bottom line is that boxing will take care of himself, whether Eddie Hearn's in the sport, Don King's been in the sport, whatever. Boxing, all the cream will rise to the top. In every division, guys want to, if you protect yourself and protect your O and you want to continue yourself in boxing, fine. Teofimo is trying to block out certain fighters now. He won't give Lomachenko a rematch, yeah? But then what's he doing with himself? Does anyone even know who he's fighting next? Because all I know is my man's talking on my man's
EJ, I gotta have to stop you there, bro. I gotta free up the line, fam. But nah, that's real talk though, bro.
Okay, fair enough. All right,
fam.
All right, I'm good. All right, hey, bless to everyone in the chat. Bless the KG, bless the Travis, and the Undisputed people in the thing. Nice one, peace.
Love, bro. Take it easy, man. Off the canvas, you're live, bro. Talk to us.
Fam, what are you saying, fam? Big up Travis, big up KG and his Wi-Fi as well.
KG's big in the comments, fam. He's in the
he's got a seat in the front rows in the crowd as well. Come on, fam.
Talk to me, bro.
Big up yourselves, yeah. Love what you guys are doing, and you guys are gonna do big this year, man. Now, bro, let's start with the Mayweather and Broner talk here. For me, I don't trust what comes out of his mouth, fam. Yeah, for me, I don't trust the guy, fam. Whatever comes out of his mouth, I don't believe him, fam. Yeah, because I don't even know if he's gonna fight Logan Paul first of all, because they had a fight signed. So now they're talking about Adrien Broner, fam. What's going on here?
But the thing is, that's not coming from Floyd though. That's more Broner trying to get into the money. Floyd
If Broner can get that, if Broner can get the fight, and there's a 1% possibility, if I was Broner, I'll pursue that fight heavily. Yeah,
that's what he's doing. He's making it a case.
But for Mayweather, what is the unless, bro, fighting Broner is not going to get you a lot of money, fam. Yeah, so what is the actual point of fighting Broner? I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm struggling.
It's a money thing because he's obviously called him out for an exhibition. It's not even like he called him out for an actual fight. They want to spar. He called it a spar.
This is oh my god! You just reminded me. This exhibition thing, yeah. I was thinking about this here. Why is it all these fighters want to fight these exhibitions? Yeah, and they're active fighters, bro. I've clocked it. Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think I've clocked what's going on here. Yeah, what's in play? Bro, they don't want to lose their position or their belt, and what they want to do is they want to fight outside of the structure of boxing, the WBA, WBC belt, or with Manny Pacquiao, and Ryan Garcia will lose his mandatory position for fighting Devin Haney. So instead of that, they would fight an exhibition fight. They'll earn just as much money. They don't need to pay sanctioning fees. So it's a win-win situation for all parties. They don't lose their place in the rankings.
Yeah,
win-win for all the parties.
Well, 100%. But the thing is about that is that it's more like there's ducking because the way this Ryan Garcia situation has panned out, I think it was all a smokescreen. Because obviously he got hyped up, started calling out Tank. The Tank and Garcia talk started to gather momentum. Everybody was like, "Raw, Tank Garcia." Now I'm hearing Tank's rumored to fight Abner Mares. And Garcia, since he's dropped out of the Pacquiao fight, that's kind of dead in the water now. Now he's not even mentioning Tank. So my whole thing is these guys are that was just a little finesse move. That wasn't even really in the works. Broner and Mayweather, those are two money guys. But the problem is Broner wants to do it because he's broke. Mayweather wants to fight Logan Paul because he knows there's money there. But fighting Broner ain't gonna secure a bag like that.
Bro, you're 100% right. Broner couldn't even pay the judge or his court hearing. He couldn't pay the judge, or not the judge. He couldn't pay for his legal fees for the court hearing. So now you would have, bro. I like that guy. I'm giving him too much airtime, fam. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave him to it. Yeah. But the WBA, bro. Oh my goodness, fam. This is getting me. This one is disappointed. But to be fair, like the belts are a belief system that people in boxing and generation of boxing subscribe to, fam. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if you translate this to any other industry or any other sport, bro, they won't have it, fam. They'll just say, "But you lot, I'll do my own thing." Yeah, imagine, bro. What they could do, yeah, bro. For me, I will scrap all of the belts, fam. All of the WBA, all of them, lot. Yeah, I understand why fighters want to fight for them because of nostalgia, because Muhammad Ali fought for the WBC. Exactly. You're fighting for the same belt that Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali, and Joe Frazier and fighters like that have fought for. So I understand why you would want to fight for that belt, why you want to fight for certain belts, especially with WBC. But they're taking an absolute piss. Yeah. Imagine this. Yeah. Imagine explaining to someone who's not in boxing. There's 4.5 belts here, including the IBO. So there's 4.5 belts. What some of those belts or some of those belt companies have got multiple belts with regular franchise. WBC's got the diamond belt, the Mayan belt, the franchise champion, regular champion, interim champion, silver champion. Bro, like they got an intercontinental champion, fam. Listen, like, and that's about what I'm rattling off about 6-7 belts here. Yeah, for the WBC alone, bro. This is what they should do. Yeah, they should. Yeah, and I don't agree with the sense where the promoters all come together and each of promoters have their own belt. For me, if anything, they should all subscribe to one company. One billionaire comes in through, they all subscribe to that one belt alone, like the UFC did. Because how do UFC do it, bro?
But the thing is, everybody says that comes with its own problems, because obviously everybody working with Hearn, everybody working with Dana White, it comes with its own issues, because you're now in a dictatorship for what can really go and what can't go. So it's a tricky one. I don't think the system should be replaced with just Eddie Hearn or one man running the show. I just think it needs to be replaced by a new system that's a lot more functioning. Like it's a proper breathable source. Like, for example, like a league or something like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but the problem is exactly, Travis. And the problem is that,
bro, I got some more people there before we call it a day.
Right, big up you guys. Big up KG as well in the comments. Big up KG in the comments as well. And I'll catch you guys in a bit. Yeah.
Cool.
Peace.
All right, brother. It's hilarious, bro. KG, your Wi-Fi has got you out the paint, fam. You got stopped on your feet midway through the pod. Oh, mate. All right, let me get boom. Linear Ray, talk to me, bro. No,
yo,
KG,
what's good? Hello.
out here in the free seats, fam. So, I'm here, fam. What's going on?
Wait, can you hear me properly?
I can, yeah, nice and clear.
Brilliant. No, this whole like belt system thing is a bit of a sticky one still, because obviously with, like you said, you don't want a situation where the sanctioning bodies can say this person is mandatory to this person, but then you've got like WBA. I think literally in every single division, WBA's got a super and regular champion.
Yeah.
Someone needs to step in and say, WBA, cut your stuff, keep it one super, and then that's it. Because what is the point of having a regular and a super? And I don't even know how they got away with it in the first place. But then the only issue is this: you can't get rid of all the belts solely because how do you define people who are rightly champions? Because someone has to be a champion. So then how can you get rid of everything when, hey, back in the building, come on.
Bro, I did everything. No, there's some snakes. Hey, let me say this right now. There's mad snakes. The great that me is our snake. Penny, top snake. Over it? Nah.
They got you out here, bro.
Bro,
the whole time, man, we're talking. I'm watching the comments, and it's just pure abuse.
Abuse, bro. I had to turn off.
That's real love.
Turn off the green screen, bro. It was so mad. Yeah, I was like, nah. I'm getting into this thing. There's no way, bro. Anyway, so I've done that with him.
KG's at his neighbor's house.
All right, cool. Oh man. All right, sorry. I jumped out and then
It's all good.
Lineal, bro. What's going on, bro? I'm back.
No, what's good? We're glad we love it, man. But no, I was just saying to Travis, like, in regards to, he was saying there should be no belts, but then on the flip side of things is that you need a belt to signify a champion. But the difficulty is how do you get rid of all of the nonsense? Because I used the example of WBA has the super and the regular in nearly every division. Someone does need to regulate that and come in and say, boy, WBA, you can't, that has to, because interim is one thing, because interim I thought was more of, the real champion's injured, but we don't want to take the belt off them just yet. So we'll give them the interim. That's justifiable under those circumstances. But the whole regular and super, they need to get rid of that.
Just get rid of it. Yeah, 100%.
The interim talk, all that nonsense, bro, it's dead.
You know, I'm so stressed, bro, because when EJ was talking, he didn't breathe once, bro. EJ wasn't breathing, fam.
Man was out here spitting like Twister.
He was getting it cracking, bro. I could only sit and just go, I hear that.
you know when you had the rave here and you can't move the blast and you can't hear the guy and the man's speaking, they go, yeah, that's
Hey, you're unstoppable right now. Listen,
EJ was moving like Chrissy McJulia, and that was the pants. He got busy.
Oh my lord!
You can't die.
Oh man!
Wait, no. Listen, I'm so happy that you came with sense, though. We need championships. We need belts.
We do.
I don't care. You can't just turn up and say, "Yo, I'm the man." No. Bro.
Yeah. How do you establish you're the man?
The lineal can come back. The lineal can come back, but be valuable this time.
Yeah. Listen. Obviously, I'm Lineal Ray. Shout out all the lineals out there. But you see the same way Jay-Z said the only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace, the only lineal we acknowledge is Lennox. And that's it.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. That's love.
There's no such thing as lineal no more. That's the truth.
I think we just need to start it again. Starting from now.
Lineal, I need to give the space because obviously Uncle Motto is back, fam.
Yeah, I hear. Come on, every time. Love as always.
I appreciate you, bro. Hold tight, man. Till next week. Oh my god.
All right.
Ring magazine belt can be done. Are you ready? Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Remove and then let's
do it.
Let's bring him in.
And now for your main event.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
We hear you, bro.
Yeah, so I've got two things to talk about.
Amen.
Okay. Yeah, the first one is about the belts. So like I'm just going to say, left to me, the only champions I recognize are the ones that beat previous champions to become champions. Like Tyson Fury beats Vladimir Klitschko to become a champion, so he's a legit champion.
Yeah.
This guy Andy Ruiz beat AJ to be a champion, so he's a legit champion. But the rest, I don't recognize them as champions. They're just belt holders. All the guys that get vacant titles and them like they're not champions.
Do you recognize?
They're just belt holders.
Do you recognize AJ?
Yeah, AJ's case is kind of different because he actually dominated the division for a long time. So he's a legit champion. But he can still be disputed by Tyson Fury. But yeah, he has earned the right to call himself a champion.
All right.
So all those guys picking up vacant belts, interim belts, yellow belts, diamond belts, they're not champions to me. It's the guys that actually beat the champions, or at least have dominated the division for a long time, like AJ, that are actually champions. That's what I'm good to see.
That's fair enough.
And also, you guys are complaining about the belts. Everyone is complaining about the belts, the promoters, the fighters, the medias, the fans. And trust me, when stupid things go on for a long time, they're going to get eradicated eventually in every part of life. When people act stupid for a while, yeah, we're allowing it to happen now. But eventually, something is going to happen and they're going to get passing out. That's what I feel, Sha. Eventually, either the promoters or maybe the organizations realize that, yes, everyone is actually complaining that they're actually not doing what the fans want. So they're either going to like cut the belts back to one belt per division or something is going to happen, because you can't be this stupid for a very long time. Everyone is telling you what you're doing doesn't make sense, and you're still doing it. Like for the WBC now, how do we know who's the champion in a division when you have two champions? You have the franchise champion and you have the regular champion. So why are you trying to say that you have two champions in one division? How does that even make sense?
This is what I'm saying.
And now for my main point.
But wait,
I'm a Canelo fan. I'm a real Canelo fan, and I don't know why I like giving him hate. Trav. I think your name is Trav. Yeah, Trav. I don't know why you give him hate, because
whatever you decide to do, say, brother.
Left me. If once they test Canelo for a fight and he doesn't pop for anything, the remaining his past records are invalid. It doesn't really matter as long as he was clean for the Callum Smith fight. He was clean, and him and Callum Smith were clean fighters, and they fought. So all the things you're talking about, his past fights, doesn't really matter to me. But I'm telling you guys right here, right now, this guy is going to lose to Billy Joe Saunders. I just have that feeling. He's going to lose to Billy. He's going to lose to Billy Joe Saunders. Canelo is going to lose to Billy. He's going to lose Billy Joe, son. I'm telling you.
Oh, fight's over.
See.
In a shocking display, Motto is stopped with a random haymaker, and he was up on the scorecard.
Wait. I can't. Oh, if all I need Motto to do, yeah, is turn down his sound.
Motto was winning the fight.
No, but turn down his sound, and it's perfect.
Fam, I know.
Wait, but it's just because we can actually speak back when he's talking, because I can hear myself on the feedback.
Echo is nuts.
The echo, I can't deal with it.
I don't know.
Please, next week, yeah.
How did Motto get stopped, bro? He was up on the scorecards. He backed us up. And then somehow
he stopped himself.
He said, Billy Joe Saunders is the only man to stop Canelo. Woo, fight's over. Fight is over.
What pisses me off here is that was his main point.
No, Ash, after 11 rounds of good work, Motto, he's left his chin in the air and risked it all. How could that be your main? He came in some valid arguments, you know. I was thinking, Motto came to work today.
Yeah.
He said, but for my grand finale, Billy Joe.
No, but he backed Canelo. What the point?
He backed Canelo and said, bro, the drugs thing, don't talk about that no more. But Billy Joe, he's the one. I'm confused.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
No,
that was hilarious, bro.
My
main point? I said, raw.
When that's your main point, you're moving, man.
Fam, you know when the fight was won?
Oh my God, it's Dylan. Because Dylan was winning his fight, bro. And then
snap. Povetkin'd himself.
From nowhere, bro.
Povetkin'd himself.
Povetkin'd, fam.
Hey, listen.
Wait, Trav, are we taking the liberties?
Let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Right, you lot, seriously, new internet.
No, Jeremy, that was funny. Man said Motto used the previous callers as training camp. They came and fumbled the bag on fight night. I'm done. All right. There's one guy. He said, yo, bro, answer my question. Canelo, what did he say? What is your question, bro? He said, yo, bro, answer my question. I can't see your question. I'm even trying to find it. You have to copy and paste your question again. You got 20 seconds.
Let's go. Just let me say this though. New internet drops on Thursday. Gas, bandwidth, all the stuff that we have is getting up.
Can't wait.
Drops on the 12th. It's different. You know, big up to everyone that's been helping and all this lovely stuff that you've been doing. And the donations today were crazy. But yeah, thank you so much, man.
You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds before 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
You can't do that fast.
Fight's over. Fight's over. You had your opportunity. That was your title shot. It's over. It's over.
Big up. What do you call it? EJ, man. Breathe, bro. Hold tight. We'll see you soon.
Big up, people, man. Hey, remember, we've got an episode dropping on Wednesday. We've got a red corner dropping on Friday. And we've got some new content dropping for you on Sunday. Brand new segment of the pod. You haven't seen anything like this on any other podcast anywhere in the world. Understand that.
Well, you never know. You might start to. No, I'm taking this. Tommy, why are you being so petty? Sorry.
Anyway, people, big up, man.
See you later.